The Clever Pandits and the Sweet Laddus. One bright and sunny afternoon in Vrindavan, little Kanha and his dear friend Madhumangal were wandering through the village lanes. The morning had been spent running through fields, laughing and playing games, and now their tired feet slowed down as their tummies began to grumble. Just then, Madhumangal suddenly stopped. His nose twitched. "Oh," he whispered, his eyes widening. "Kanha, do you smell that?" Kanha followed the delicious aroma and smiled knowingly. Nearby, a group of village women were busy preparing for a special ritual to worship Surya Bhagavan, the sun god. On a shining silver plate lay rows of golden, fragrant laddus, glowing softly in the sunlight. Kanha's eyes sparkled with mischief. "Madhumangal," he said softly, "what if we help them with their prayers?" Madhumangal turned toward him eagerly. "Help them how?" Kanha leaned closer and whispered, "We'll dress up as learned pundits. We'll offer our very powerful prayers, and surely Surya Bhagavan will reward us with laddus." At the word laddus, Madhumangal's face lit up like the midday sun. "That's a wonderful idea, Kanha. Let's do it right away." In no time, the two friends found some old shawls and dhotis. Kanha wrapped his shawl carefully over his curly hair, while Madhumangal copied him, trying to look serious. They picked up sticks to use as walking staffs and practiced slow, wise-looking steps. With a final adjustment and a very important-looking nod, the two boys had transformed into learned pundits of Vrindavan. They walked toward the house with solemn faces. The women paused in surprise as the two pundits approached. Kanha folded his hands and spoke in a deep, thoughtful voice. "Blessings upon you, noble ladies. We are traveling pundits and have heard of your sacred worship for Surya Bhagavan. We would be honored to perform the prayers for you." The women, delighted and unaware of the disguise, quickly welcomed them inside and offered the prayer items with great respect. Kanha began chanting in a sweet, sing-song voice, a playful mix of grand-sounding words that flowed like ancient mantras. Madhumangal followed along seriously, waving his staff and nodding wisely, though he had to bite his lip to stop himself from laughing. Impressed by their devotion, the women closed their eyes and folded their hands reverently. After a few moments, Kanha raised his hand and announced, "Surya Bhagavan is very pleased with your offerings. And as tradition requires, the pundits who perform the prayers must receive a share of the prasadam." Without hesitation, the women placed the laddus into their hands. The moment the sweets touched their palms, all seriousness vanished. Kanha and Madhumangal eagerly began munching. "Oh," Madhumangal sighed happily. "These laddus are truly divine." Kanha nodded, already reaching for another. "Yes, Surya Bhagavan must be very pleased today." Just then, one of the women looked closely at the pundits and gasped. "Wait a moment, those eyes, that smile. Aren't you Kanha and Madhumangal?" The boys froze, laddus halfway to their mouths. Then they looked at each other and burst out laughing. Kanha brushed the crumbs from his lips and grinned. "You've caught us. But how could anyone resist such wonderful laddus?" The women laughed along, shaking their heads lovingly. "You two are truly impossible," they said. "But you've filled our hearts with joy today. We forgive you." Thanking them sweetly, Kanha and Madhumangal took one last laddu each and ran off down the village path, their laughter echoing through Vrindavan. And so, the clever little pundits continued their playful adventures, hearts full of joy and bellies full of sweet, delicious laddus. Thank you for listening. May Krishna's Leelas bring peace and happiness. Another gentle story of Krishna is waiting. Hare Krishna.